Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Boom.
Omega level, omega level, omega.
Omega level.
Hate.
Woo!
Yeah, so if it's not apparent, that's going to be the prevailing theme throughout this episode.
It's not a good one.
Hold up. Somehow Steven is my height, but he has this, like, what is he doing around here? I
You
don't
gotta
get
be
it.
cool. You gotta be calm.
So your boy Nick is back for this episode.
Welcome back, Nick.
We're talking about Dark Phoenix today. I had, honestly, I wasn't even going to do it. And Steven recommended, he was like, dude, you should do the episode this week. Like, we spent 45 minutes talking about the movie. And he was like, you're way more articulated on this, and you have way more investment. Like, X-Men's your thing.
Yes, X-Men is you.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Plus, Josh was like, and Steven's not that good at it anyway. And we were all like, yeah, we agree.
Verbatim. Straight up taken from me. It's
Steven's
crazy.
trash.
I'm glad he's back. Welcome
the
back,
worst.
Nick.
He's
Welcome
the
back.
worst. Today we're going to talk about X-Men Dark Phoenix, the last Fox X-Men film.
Woo.
If New Mutants happens, like, that's still the same universe, but it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
an
it's
X-Men
not. It's
movie,
not.
you know?
It's a
And
standalone.
plus
It's like
New
Venom.
Mutant- Yeah, it's a standalone horror movie at
Yeah.
that, which is really weird for New Mutants.
So they are going horror.
Oh, yeah, it's like full-on horror.
I mean,
They had
the
to do,
trailer
like,
definitely,
reshoots,
yeah.
which really worries me. They did, like, a ton of reshoots for Dark Phoenix,
Dude, I'll be
and they
shocked
probably
if we
shouldn't.
see this movie.
Oh, I will be too, dude.
I
I think
mean-
we will, and we'll see it on Hulu.
You think so?
I think it'll be, like, just released digitally.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to get
Because I was thinking this is going to be one of the last years that we see Fox Studios, like at 20th Century Fox on the
Right.
big screen. You know what I mean, seeing that on X-Men, it's like, boom.
That's crazy, dude. I've seen them my whole life.
And while it's minor, I thought they missed a pretty big moment at the opening. When they did 20th Century Fox, they emphasized the X for X-Men. Why on the next one where it says entertainment?
Right.
Why did they not highlight men?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Could have been X-Men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it should have been called X-Women. So let's just
Of
think about that
course,
for a
according
minute.
to Raven, that's one.
I thought that line
somewhat
was
forced line.
I thought that line was funny, but it felt so forced considering that okay, so not that this series has like put women down, but this I wouldn't say the X-Men has been like a prevailing like women's march movement
No.
of movies. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, and it's cool they want to acknowledge that, but it's
Exactly.
just like I don't know, man. It felt out of place.
Out of place, and
It was
especially
forced.
right after that they had
I
two
agree
men
with it, but it was forced.
While Quicksilver did everything in there to save
And
people.
Nightcrawler?
did everything,
Yeah,
and then
right?
the 30 seconds that Jean Grey did anything.
Yeah.
She did very
I mean,
important
she
part.
literally saved all their lives.
Yeah, so she saved all their lives, no doubt, but it was Nightcrawler putting them into those situations, Quicksilver saving everybody in that little place. So you're going to say, like, the women only did that? Like, that's just, come on.
It was
come on.
weird.
It was weird. It was weird.
And obviously, spoilers for the whole thing. If you ever watch or listen to
Ever.
us, like every episode is titled with spoilers at the end of it, just so you know before you click on it. Like we're just full on spoilers
Actually,
the whole
we're
time.
going to do this, and we're going to put this at the beginning of the video.
Okay.
Ready? Here. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip that and put that in the beginning. Yeah,
smooth.
yeah. With this conversation, then I'm just gonna awkwardly cut to the next
I'm
part.
gonna, and we're going to keep the part where we acknowledge us adding this. Oh, it's going to be so deep.
No,
Meta.
I'm definitely
This
gonna.
is meta.
It's meta.
I feel like Abed
oh,
right now.
meta level podcast.
Cool.
Oh, meta level.
Oh, meta level. Oh, meta
And
level. They
let's
broke
talk
my
about
heart.
this for a second. So the X-Men movies bring in the reason that the term Omega level exists, and that they never say it.
They
And there
never
was
said
there was
it.
at minimum 2 perfect parts for them to do it. I'm watching the theaters, like we talked this before, like we were all thinking it, like, oh, they're gonna say it. I can't wait. Like I can't wait to sound clip this and put this at the beginning of
Dude,
every episode
100%.
of our show, and then they never did it.
Yeah, Steven and I in the middle of the movie when they said it's off the charts, we looked at each other. Say it.
Oh my god.
They didn't say it.
And they
Okay.
didn't do it. Like,
It's coming. It's dropping this movie, right?
They have to say
right?
it.
It's dropping this
yeah,
movie.
they have to.
Oh man.
She's the reason.
Strong opening. I like that they did a little bit of a
Added space for 2 seconds.
added space.
Yeah.
Well, that they showed a little bit of an origin of like what happened to her parents. You know what I mean?
I did like that.
Where
I did
guess,
like that.
I believe that was the first time her powers happened.
No, it seemed like they knew about it. When like, Jean, are you doing this? Like they
True.
knew she could do stuff. I guess it's the first time that she like really lost control. Like the first time they were really heightened. And even not. And as it's revealed later, she didn't necessarily lose control. She made her mom fall asleep.
Yeah,
she
which
made a
was-
bad decision.
I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, why?
I was
did
like,
she,
yeah, why is she being blamed for
I was
this?
about to be mad. I was like, first off, you're driving. I know your kid's going through a lot, but as a driver, why would you turn full around? Because they show that for a second. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, and then they wreck. But then when they show the scene, they show that she was put to sleep, which made it way dark. Like,
Yeah.
dang.
That's- oh, snap.
Dad
So this
straight-
was Jean's
Dad
fault.
was straight up like, you killed her. My whole world died that day,
That was rough,
and
dude.
you with it.
Mm-hmm. That was rough.
That
That was rough.
That was hard.
Yeah.
That
That was.
gosh.
I did enjoy that.
Whew. You enjoyed that?
Oh, like I enjoyed that. Okay. Yeah, I loved watching those parents die.
Oh my
No, I
Welcome back, Nick.
I thought it was a good beat to put that in.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that it made sense. But I don't know, man. Overall, for this movie, I just want to get the overall out before we dive into the specifics. Overall, for this movie, like, as just a movie, right? And even as just an X-Men movie in this series, in this saga, right? As the capping movie, I thought it was fine. It accomplished a lot of what it set out to do. The problem is they shoehorned the Phoenix story onto it.
Yep.
The director himself even said he cut a lot of the Phoenix story arc out because he felt like there was a need to bring closure to certain characters and their arcs, which I agree with. Yes, yeah, you have to serve the story and these characters.
Absolutely.
You have to do it.
Absolutely.
But that's not what the Phoenix story is. This story does not allow for closure in itself in one movie. First off, it needs to be a trilogy. And it's like they didn't learn the first time. You can't shoehorn this in to cap off a series. Like, they didn't learn from that. If thing would have just been called, like, X-Men Omega Level or X-Men anything, and they just, like, obviously, it was clear they borrowed elements from the Phoenix story to make this movie, I would have liked it way more. Yeah. It would have been like my second or third favorite X-Men one, even despite, like, the awful at times screenplay I felt that it had. Mm-hmm. But there was enough moments in it that made it really cool. But as an adaptation of the X-Men arc, or the Phoenix arc, it was fucking awful.
Yeah, awful. And they bring in these Dabari, make them a whole focal point. Like,
the
I didn't
Shi'ar
like that
even
at
in
all.
it.
Yeah.
But we bring we bring an alien race in, and it's not the Shi'ar Empire. What?
Is this because they even mentioned it? The Dabari Empire. Is this that? Like, are they trying to make this
maybe
this stupid? Like,
but the Dabari, like, they're all dead, and there's only a few of them left,
yes.
right? And that's not the Shi'ar at all. They're like an empire.
Which was also kind of a big complaint of mine. Of like, they said this is all we have left, giving that they see everybody there visibly, but they had more people at the end of the fight than when they had at the start.
Seemed like they had way more attacking the train too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
when
train
she shows
scene.
up, there's like 11 people, but there's got like 30 of them attacking that train.
Yeah, there's like 30 of them. Like, okay, wait.
They keep coming in the hole. You see it like 6 or 7 times. The Cyclops shooting them off the train.
Yeah.
You see Storm blowing them off the train. Like a lot of them.
And they're inconsistently strong.
Very.
Like, they'll have moments where they had Magneto dope moment. One of the dopest moments in there when he uses all the guns to shoot the main one and just
Yes.
So you have someone like that taking all that damage,
But
showing
she's
so much
also
things, but then
has
you have
part of the
Nightcrawler easily break one of their necks.
But she has part of the Phoenix too in her.
Oh,
which I thought
but
was
they still
really
had other ones
dumb
get shot.
because
they still had the other ones get beat up and hit and like, knocked
True.
around.
Because
Because the one dude got shot by the normal people, but then Nightcrawler can just break their neck with his tail.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Well, I thought that was cool.
He did just break someone's
He just
neck, and
snapped
it's
its neck
they
like
took
it was
all those
nothing.
gunfires,
Yeah.
but somehow their neck is still tied into them being like
inconsistently
weird.
strong. That made no sense. When it called for it, they were invulnerable.
Exactly.
But when they weren't, it was like, oh, that's a cool death.
Bad screenplay.
Yep.
Very
Absolutely.
bad.
Absolutely.
And bad directing choice, man. It's unfortunate. I was really hyped because this is Simon Kinberg's first time like directing an X-Men movie, and he's been like the guy overseeing them all. He's been like the executive producer, so it's like he's gonna get this right.
We're gonna see this. This is gonna be great.
But he felt like a first-time director.
Yeah.
Made a
You
lot
could
of
easily tell that. Yeah.
choices that didn't make sense.
Storm didn't. They didn't know how to use her anymore.
It's like, why was she there, bro? Yeah. Storm is a goddess. She is like the queen. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong, so correct me. She's the queen of her land, right? And she's a goddess. She is Omega Level without saying it. And she's zapping people with lightning, but then the dude with the hair, who is nobody, she can't contend with that guy.
Yeah. But then about 45 or 35 minutes later on the train, she's zapping all of these really much stronger creatures.
Yeah, dude.
Easily, and they're all getting knocked off.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wait, what?
Okay.
And then she's not even Storm, bro. She's not Aurora Monroe at all.
Nope.
She has one line of dialogue where like they're trying to go do something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I mean, Storm was like, I'm going. And they're like, no. And she's like, it's final. I said it. And like, oh, okay. And it's like, oh, hey, Aurora showed up for a moment.
Where they finally had the realization that, because Mystique for most of the little bit that she was in this, was like finally going against Professor Xavier, turning into the Mystique that we kind of know, you know?
Yeah, the
kind of
one
making that transition.
Mystique she hasn't been for 4 movies for some reason.
That she hasn't
that
been.
She should have already been long by this point.
By this point, should have definitely been that Mystique. She finally is like, we're doing his bidding. We're not doing our dream. It's his dream. It's his vanity project. You know what I mean?
I did like that they added that little caveat to it.
Yes.
That it was like almost a vanity thing for Professor Xavier. That was really cool. That's like a little twist I like.
Yes.
That was cool.
I was like, oh shit, maybe, yeah. I was like,
was a little
for a
different.
second as a viewer, you're like, oh man, that's for
like,
the X-Men
I can
series that's
see
going
her
on the
side.
screen. Yes, I could see her
Yeah.
side, and she's trying to get Beast, and Beast is the one that's like, no, you got to stay. You know what I mean? Which ultimately he blames himself because he stopped her.
Right.
So when the trailer spoiled the death of Raven.
Thanks. The biggest star in the movie, Jennifer Lawrence, was going to
just
spoil
boom,
that.
yeah, they show the boom push away, and that's when she dies. I thought that was brutal. Can't believe they showed that. Like straight through the chest.
I thought it
that
was
gay.
brutal how it happened, but I also didn't like how it happened.
Lackluster.
Because it was very like lackluster. Like the whole time, it's so obvious. As she's like just starting to walk up to her, like in my head, I'm thinking she's gonna walk up to her. She's gonna keep trying to get closer and closer and talk her down. She's gonna touch her. Jean's gonna freak out and kill her.
Yep.
Like I just saw it all coming. It was so obvious. Like why couldn't she have actually talked her down in that moment?
Yeah.
And Jean like, oh yeah, okay. And they start to walk away, and then she touches her, and Jean freaks out as they're walking towards everyone and accidentally kills her. Like, that is what's more done. You wouldn't expect at that point now.
Then, except for the lead up to that of her touching her, you knew immediately what was going to happen.
Dead.
And then, boom, they just killed her off like it was nothing.
Especially after Jean literally just trashed all of them.
Yes.
Trashed them, dude.
Absolutely.
Trashed them.
And Beast had a shot, too.
Can we talk about the coolest thing this movie did for a second? It's just that quick little shot of when the house blows up, or not blows up, but like the house is getting destroyed, and she flies out the side into the air. I'm watching this in theaters, and that happened. I went, oh, let's go. We're in the Phoenix now, boys. Let's go.
We're in the Phoenix.
When she flies out sideways like that, and everyone's standing there, and she's just hovering in the air. That scene, as I watched the whole rest of the movie, it became like increasingly more apparent to me, anyways. I thought as I'm watching, and it's going like the entire fucking movie was built around that scene. Everything was to get to that part, and they blew it really early, and now they're like, we don't know where we're going, but let's just keep trucking, Betty. Let's just keep going.
We're going to kill Raven in this moment, and then we're just going to keep going, have some...
We got to have Jean looking fucking dope, flying out the side of this building, everyone's surrounding her. She destroys everyone. Raven tries to talk around, and she kills Raven. Oh my God, is that the end? No, it's 10 minutes in. What happens next? I don't fucking know.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Let's just keep going. I was like... What? And like that would have felt way better as an ending climatic moment of like, she's gone. This is not Jean anymore.
And while you said off camera and off the podcast that you didn't care for the stoic look that she had for most of the movie, for me that oozed power.
I liked it, but it was just like all they asked her to do.
She
couldn't do more.
Man, with every breakdown, dude,
she did some.
When Professor Xavier was in her head.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Sophie Turner was amazing.
Fresh.
She was amazing in this movie. Best performance of the film.
Absolutely.
Easily. I think one of the best performances of the whole X-Men saga.
I think James McAvoy gave the second best performance in this movie.
Oh, he always does.
He always had. He had the second strongest
nails
performance, too.
Xavier.
He had the second most screen time in my.
I think Fassbender would have been the second best if he had more time.
If he had more time,
they
absolutely.
They don't use him much, dude.
Fassbender as Magneto is
kills him.
Charles Xavier.
I saw a picture online.
Perfect.
It's a picture of Fassbender from this movie, which is based in '93.
And
then it's based in 2000, and it's him and Ian McKellen. It's like, man, what happened these 7 years to Magneto?
Raven dying, but then getting resurrected. If those are
Eric fell on hard times for 7 years.
See, I cannot confirm this. I have not looked this up. I feel like those three did not happen now. Not just the third Last Stand. I don't think 1 and 2 happened.
We're in a different timeline now.
We're in a different timeline.
So after
because continuity for this fucking show
after Days of Future Past. When Wolverine's going back in time and stuff and he's trying to fix stuff, he alters the timeline, and it's now a different timeline.
Okay.
So Apocalypse and this are happening in alternate timelines. So yes, everything else now that from the first X-Men all the way up to Days of Future Past is one timeline, and then these two movies are a separate timeline now.
Okay.
So those wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
So, but still, in the regular timeline, Eric aged quicker? Why is it 93 now and he's 40? But in 2000, that dude's like 70. What happened here?
Time is a bitch.
Yes, apparently time's a bitch to Magneto. Eric can't handle the time.
Quicksilver was underused, but still had some of the coolest moments in the movie, like he did in
He had
Apocalypse
two really dope moments.
and Days of Future Past.
The saving all the people was dope.
And I like that they showcased Jean being able to see that.
That was
Even though
fresh.
It was so much time, he's like, boom, and she immediately, and it fucked him up.
That
he was out of commission for most
the
of
entire
rest
reason
of
for him to be in this movie was like, yeah, the spaceship thing, I don't think about until you said that. It's like, yeah, Nightcrawler's going to come in there and get him, but he's not quick enough. Oh, he brings Quicksilver with him, so we need Quicksilver from the beginning. That makes sense. And then we need Quicksilver to illustrate how powerful Jean is with the Phoenix Center. Because we've spent the past several movies with 2 or 3 movies with Quicksilver now having the most Omega scene in every movie. The penultimate awesome scene of him just doing crazy stuff.
The mansion exploding.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
Like that,
and then the lab and stuff in the next one. It's been him doing these amazing things. So we've illustrated how great and powerful he is, and now we can illustrate how powerful Jean is when she stops him in his tracks when time is not moving.
Yep.
That's how powerful she is. It was a Superman Flash moment.
I can see that.
In Justice League, when Superman's standing there, Flash running around, and his eyes just follow him. That's what this felt reminiscent of. It was like Simon Kinberg watched that, and he's like, Jean's doing that to Quicksilver.
Well, because he's able to see faster.
Exactly. And the Phoenix is just the Phoenix. It exists outside of time and reality, essentially. And especially in this series, when they explain what the Phoenix is and how it was yet again another thing that was around before the birth of time. Yeah. When they said that, I started laughing in the theater because y'all were just talking about this a week or two ago on the show about how there's always 30 different things that have been around before the dawn of time. And in this movie, the Phoenix existed before time. I was like, of course it did.
Of course it did. Why not? Why not?
To.
And for me, the movie really went downhill for a while as soon as Raven died. They had the
Absolutely.
whole melodramatic scenes. And
it's you could tell they didn't know what they're doing.
Beast being deeper. While I don't agree with the whole I don't think they were lovers, but I do think that there was a love attachment to where he would be that down and be that upset about losing somebody like him. I
Especially
think
if he
it was
blamed
because
himself.
they're blue.
If he blamed
That's
himself,
my
they're blue.
It's blue.
Yeah, especially if he blamed himself. Like I could definitely see why he'll be so upset.
Because he definitely blamed himself.
His first instinct is, I gotta kill Jean because of this. That's not Beast.
Well, he approached the wrong person. Yeah.
It just doesn't
He
make
went to
sense.
Magneto and he was like,
Yeah,
you know,
but
I'm
he
gonna kill
knows
him.
what
Yeah.
Eric is.
Yeah.
He knows what he is.
Yeah.
That's why he's going there.
Yeah.
Because he needs that push into killing someone. He is seeking him out for that reason. That's not Beast, man.
That's not.
It's just so weird, dude. And then I still hate that this series has Nightcrawler and Mystique in it. And they're not mother and son. And they're old enough to be like, she's not that much older than him.
No.
She's maybe 7 years older than him. Like, that's her son, bro. I hate it.
Please.
That's her son.
Jeez.
God, I hate that crap.
I know.
So it irritates me, man.
Thank God Marvel has it. Thank
Two
goodness.
series
MCU
of
got it, baby.
A trilogy and then a series of 4 X-Men movies that had both of them in it, and never once did they fucking mention they're related. I hate that, dude.
I'm just glad, even though he still was not the Nightcrawler I want to see, they did better when he had that freak out. I know you're not much of a fan of
It's like,
the
he
reaction of what
it's just
happened.
because he didn't get a lot to do in the movie. It irritates me. I love Nightcrawler too.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorites. Since like he gets to teleport a bunch and he's really scared.
Man, but his teleportation's so dope.
Dude,
I've always
it
loved
looks
it.
awesome.
It
I
always
love the
looks
effect.
amazing.
I
And
love
it's
the
so
effect.
instantaneous. I'm glad they mentioned that. It's not like there's no delay. As long as he sees it, he
No,
can teleport.
go.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
He's like,
boom,
I just have to see it.
But he was straight up cutting that chick, and she didn't even. That's one thing.
That looked so dope when she was
It
jumping
was
around
dope,
her.
but
Yeah,
it
but
made
then it was
me
like,
mad
get out of
because
here.
how she treated everybody up until that point. The main Dabari,
Mm-hmm.
how she treated everyone. She was just wrecking him, fucking him, throwing him against the wall. Boom, very hurt for minor things. He goes around trying to cut her that many times, try to do this, and this, and she just softly pushes him. to
Well,
the
we
side.
can't kill Nightcrawler right here.
But you didn't have
Why?
to. But he could have easily
That
just.
serves the story.
Yeah, he
she
could've-
should have killed him right there.
That would have been way more
We'd
impactful.
be like,
That's
oh my
what-
God.
Yes. To
Stakes
lose
are real.
We lost one person. I was really thinking they were going to kill Xavier.
I thought they were killing
Man, when
a
they-
lot of people.
When they made him, that was also the dopest. One of the top 3 scenes for this movie was when Xavier finally got to her when she's sitting there, full Phoenix, looking down in the at the hotel that they went to, and he's talking to her, and she crushes the chair and makes him walk.
Oh my
up the
God, dude, that was
stairs.
so dope. Yes.
Oh my goodness! And then his whole
Yes.
face is getting consumed. Like Boom, he's like, "Remember, read my mind, you know."
That was dope.
And yeah, man, making him walk that, I was like, "Oh,
I
God,
forgot. Yeah.
that's
I didn't forget about that, but that wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
that
scene.
that was
Woo!
brutal.
That whole scene was one of the best scenes in the movie. It had so many good moments in it. Like that one was
But
awesome. Her
previous to that was
crushing
weak,
Magneto's
man. Yes,
thing was
but
dope.
While they were outside, it was weak, man. The Beast,
It
I
was
thought, wasn't
stupid.
choreographed right.
Yeah, it
Beast
was very
jumping and
badly.
running and pushing
Like-
people, like it just didn't look that good.
It sucked because these 2 Magneto lackeys that we've never met before, that mean nothing to us,
That mean absolutely
are
nothing.
like duking it out with and contending with Xavier, Storm, Nightcrawler. Yeah, not
Nightcrawler
there.
was in and out. He was getting
that's right.
manipulated by both
That's right.
Xavier
Yeah.
and-
So that's how they took him out of play. Yeah. So she is manipulating him and Xavier at the same time is trying to battle her to stop her, and she's like
Yeah,
keeping
you're
up
telling
with
me
him.
that this random mutant is keeping up with the strongest.
Is
Second,
she
well,
supposed
not
to
counting
be
Phoenix?
right? Exactly.
Not
yeah.
counting that strongest mind on the fucking
Come
planet
on, bro.
right now. Are you
If
serious?
it's not Jean Grey and it's not Emma Frost, you're not really, and it's not Cassandra Nova, you're not really messing with
You're not doing
Xavier's mind. Like, I'm sorry, not in the X-Men universe.
or
anyways.
now Xandra.
Or Xandra probably could, man.
I mean, she's
She's
Omega
probably
level.
too young to understand how to do
That's
it.
true. That's
but
true.
power-wise, she could. Oh, for sure, yeah. But yeah, it's like, man, come on now. This is Xavier, bro. We've been watching this dude for 4 of these movies now.
Yes.
We don't know who this is. And if we're supposed to, they did a bad job of dropping hints of who she's supposed to be.
Absolutely, not a single name.
'Cause I
was
don't know
dropped.
who she's supposed to be. I don't know who the hair guy's supposed to be. If
Yeah.
there's supposed to be inspirations of other characters, they didn't make
And
it
then
obvious
seeing Storm
enough.
struggle with someone so like he can kind of parkour and he has haircuts.
Yeah, bro. And this is
Like-
Storm. She's Omega. Like she is nearly
she can
Omega
fly
level.
and freeze things and like
She literally
control
controls
weather.
and she doesn't just control it. The comics have proven now that she creates and controls because she's been to planets that don't have weather and created weather there.
Well, she kind of did. She turned snow out of nothing. Remember the icicles and stuff like that?
Yeah,
They
but this
did it.
planet has a
Yeah.
eco weather system,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
She's been to
that's
planets
true.
that
That's true.
don't have weather and created weather.
Damn.
She's like Omega level. She controls an element of nature. She is that element of nature. And this dude's whipping her with his hair. What's happening? Like so yeah, they're battling Xavier, they're battling fucking Storm, they're battling Cyclops, and they're battling like Nightcrawler essentially with these 2 people in this moment. It's like, who the fuck are these 2? And why are they beating up the X-Men?
Yeah. And they had the Dabari take form and learn human language, but they still talked like they weren't fucking human.
No, yeah,
it was so droll.
Tom King came in to write their dialogue. That's what happened. He came in to write their dialogue.
Oh, man.
It was so stilted and weird, dude.
Yes.
Like, oh man, it was like I get it. They're alien. Why are they looking like human? It was a pretty dope scene when,
looked like Groot for
when
a half
Jessica
second.
Chastain came walking back to her little dinner party
Yes,
after she got turned. When she walked them, she's just looking at them, just confused and disgusted.
And then turns their stomachs.
And then turns stomachs and kills them all. I was like, okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And
The
then you
first
can
introduction,
barely
I was
see
like,
the other
okay.
ones walking out of the shadows, and then it cuts. I was like, all right, man. Like, just the beginning is setting stuff up so well, and then it just lags. Because it's like he had either Simon Kinberg or the writers had a couple ideas to base big points in the movie around, and then when they just felt like they could fill the rest in, and it shows. Because they did just fill it in, and it filled it in kind of boringly and blandly a lot.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's like they wanted to turn into a teen soap opera a couple times with Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Why?
Why is Scott Summers
I
there?
get
What is he doing?
they're in love.
Yeah.
And they're together. That's awesome. They're supposed to be. He is her crutch. She is his crutch. They lean on each other. But he's just a lost puppy this whole movie.
Absolutely.
And he has no personality. His personality is, no, Gene, don't. That's not a
And the
personality.
moment that we're actually going to have a romantic and nice little tie-in is when she, it feels like I feel great when they.
Right,
she
yeah,
got
when they're in the
resurrected, 'cause
room.
He thought he lost her. You know,
Yeah.
that's pretty dope. But it sucks because of what he wears in his eyes. You can't really get true emotion.
You don't get emotion? Yeah, I mean, it's
you-
Cyclops. You never get him.
You never do.
He's
You never
the
do.
guy that has sunglasses on, you know?
And I've never actually really liked the casting for Cyclops.
I don't like Cyclops as a character, so I've never liked the casting because I don't
okay.
like the character. James
Yeah.
Marsden in the original trilogy is fine.
Fine.
But he was like, you're the leader. That was his personality.
Yeah.
And like that's my problem with Cyclops. A lot. He is like
His beams are beast, man.
he's a very Superman character to me. If it's so easy for him to be written so blandly,
Yes.
and to be so boring.
Absolutely.
He can be written well and be really interesting and cool, but it's just not a lot of writers tackle it well, and they didn't do it well in this movie.
No,
they
they
didn't
did
do it.
not.
They didn't done it well in the X-Men movies ever. Like, no offense to Ty Sheridan and James Marsden, I'm sure you guys did everything you could with the role. You were failed by the creators of these movies.
Absolutely.
Like they don't know how to use the character.
They don't know what to do with Cyclops, like you said.
He's just a leader, and it's like
And,
okay.
and you can tell with the the Dabari that they had a lower budget. They never showed them fully in their form.
No.
It was always in a shadow because, like you said, they
They were
spent all their
Groots.
money on the
They were little
the
Groot
moment
tree
when she
people.
flies out of the house and the moment that she
And at the
eliminates
end, when she
everybody at
eliminates
the
them,
end. Yes.
They spent all their money on
And
that.
I'm not gonna lie, that was dope as hell. Actually, cheered out loud is one of the only time I actually cheered out loud in the movie. While I liked certain elements, it was when she was taking the power again, trying to she's like, "Here, take the power" or whatever. She tries to pull away and then pulls her back in.
I was like,
"Let's go!"
"Ooh,
I was like, "That's what's." I was hoping that would happen. That's what's up.
That was dope.
But of course, they were like, "Well, you're gonna kill everybody else. Kill Scott." I was like, "Oh shit! If they do this, they take the
I was
big names.
hoping.
It's awesome."
I was hoping.
I was hoping they actually did kill some people. I was like,
I was
"Man,
hoping.
fuck,
I was
if they-"
hoping Gene would die because
But
it's the
if
Phoenix Saga.
Cyclops would have died. Didn't he die in Last Stand? Or am I just thinking?
He dies in like the beginning of Last Stand. The first like few minutes,
Okay, then
Gene
who
kills
died
him.
when in the plane? Towards the end of the Last Stand, then
They kill everybody. They kill Xavier.
Xavier. Okay. 'Cause there's
Last
somebody
Stand, they
trying to
kill
dive out.
several people.
Yes. Yeah.
And in this one,
I still think it's
kill
pretty
one.
asinine to think that this movie is worse than The Last Stand in Origins.
it's so much better.
like I don't know how
I think this movie is better than The Last Stand, even with the extremely flawed screenplay this had.
Yes.
It has enough strong moments in the movie that as just an X-Men movie in this series, right? Not as an adaptation of the Phoenix story, and not as an adaptation of the comic X-Men, as the X-Men of these 7 X-Men movies we've gotten now, not including like the Wolverines.
yeah, but First Class and all this.
Yes, I think it's easily better than Last Stand. I think it's better than Apocalypse, and I think it's better than the First Class. And I think it might even better than the very first X-Men. The only ones I think are better are X-Men 2 and X-Men Days of Future Past, which I think are like fantastic. Both of those. Days of Future Past is like for me untouchable. Movies. That's the
That's
best X-Men
definitely
movie.
my favorite X-Men. I actually am one of the few people that I know personally that likes Apocalypse.
I
think
liked
that's
the
my
movie
number
of
3.
Apocalypse,
I
but-
think Phoenix is my number 4.
I liked Apocalypse. I just didn't like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I liked the movie, but I didn't like what they did with the character. Like I get it's an adaptation, and I get that you like stepped on your own dick here when you were like, let's make Apocalypse.
Yeah, they
Because
just
you didn't know how to make
They just
Apocalypse.
didn't portray Apocalypse well enough. Well, I think the other X-Men, like I think Mystique was done really well in that movie. Xavier, obviously.
Jennifer
fucking
Lawrence
Jason
has always
McAvoy.
done a good job as Mystique. She just hasn't really been Mystique.
No, but that's not how she's written.
Exactly.
They don't write her properly.
They write
don't
a
know
lot of
what-
these X-Men completely different than what they should
Mystique
be.
was awesome as hell in the first original one, man. I liked her a
like
lot.
as a character?
Yes, as a
Yeah.
character, but
It
it's not
sucks
the
that,
Mystique
like,
that we know.
It
It's
sucks
not-
that they didn't let her talk much, and she just like
Yes. She
didn't
just
do
did
anything. She was
awesome
just
movies.
menacing,
Dumbass Toad.
but she was more in line with what Mystique should be.
Yes, the whole portrayal was awesome. The walk, the movements, everything like.
And
was
Mystique
awesome.
wasn't always just a total terrible evil character, and that's what this new series is trying to illustrate. Her early days, right? But in her early days, she also forms the Hellfire Club, and we never get that.
Yeah, we never got that.
No.
I know.
Okay, thanks. They made so many decisions I just didn't understand. I wouldn't even necessarily call them bad. I think they're bad, but they don't have to be bad decisions. I just don't understand why.
Like this is the approach that you wanted to put. This is the stamp that you wanted to put on the final thing that you're ever going to produce.
Kevin Smith said it the best. And not about this movie. He said it about other things before. You had one time, one shot to do this. This is the movie you wanted to make and show the world. This is what you wanted to create, the thing you wanted to create and show the world. And that's what you decided to do? That's what you thought people would like? He said, well, he watched the Justice League, and he's like, and I'm not someone that shits on it. I liked it. He's like, but the whole time watching the movie, there's just so many moments where I'm like, this is what you thought was good? This is what you thought the fans would like? This moment? Really? This is what we chose to do? And like he's making a new movie, Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yeah.
And he said that like that's really hit him when he's editing this movie. He's like, they haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob in like 15 years, right? And people are going to sit down and watch it and be like, that's the joke you decided to put in here? That's the story beat you decided we wanted to see after 15 years? This is what you thought was good? And he's like, so it's been like helping him edit. He's been cutting so much. Even stuff where he's like, he was so excited when he wrote it and he was so excited to film it. And he gets in the edit room and he's like, it just doesn't serve the story. He's like, I could cut something I love. Like, I love this joke, but it doesn't work. You got to cut it. And he's like, he's just, I don't know. I think he maybe said
what if
his
it turns
heart
out being
attack is
comedy
what
gold?
His heart attack is what made him change like how he like kind of sees things, whatever, you know. But now he's like, yeah, like when he said that on his podcast on I can't remember what the one. Oh, Fat Man Beyond is the one I listened to. He has like 6 podcasts, so I listened to that one. But he said that when like so many things where he's like watching, he has that or reading or whatever he's experiencing and taking someone's content, and that's like the mindset that he's in a lot of times. And I was like, that's what you decided to do. Mm-hmm. And I felt that so much during this movie. As I'm watching, I'm like, this is the Phoenix Saga. That's the story beat you decided to happen? That's the line of dialogue you thought would be best in this moment? That's the scene you thought was best placed here? And like the whole time I'm just like, you thought that was the best part? You thought that was the best option?
And
like,
as expected,
what were you doing?
Rushed.
Very rushed. It's the Phoenix Saga in one movie. Not even in half of a movie. Yeah. Because they still had to tie up all the other stuff and shoehorn it into this and shoehorn that into it. Like it was just, you can't do Phoenix.
Disney put that pressure on him, man.
The X-Men, the animated series, took 14 episodes to do the Phoenix story. 14 22-minute episodes. It took almost a full season to do it.
You hear they're going to bring back the animated?
I heard that they're trying to do something. I would love it. But
as long as it's in the vein of Young Justice.
I want the original team back. Not even just the voice actors. I want the original content creators of it back.
Oh, okay.
I want the showrunner back, the artist back. I want all the original people. And I don't think it'll be like that. I hope they get some of them so it has the same feeling.
Do you know if it's going to be on regular TV or is it going to be on Netflix?
It'll be on Disney Plus for sure.
Disney,
sure.
Oh, Disney
It would
Plus.
have to be Disney Plus.
Yeah, they own them.
I've been seeing a lot of people on Reddit after Dark Phoenix come out saying that they really, really hope they don't make X-Men movies and they make long form at Disney Plus TV shows out of X-Men, these premium shows. I read it at first, like, fuck that. And I was like, wait a minute, no. Because then people started making really good points of like so many X-Men stories take more than a movie. Some take more than a trilogy to be able to tell properly, like a full season of TV.
Well, there's a lot of characters within the X-Men that have very expansive characters, expensive things, and there are still so many characters that Marvel and Disney has a chance to get us attached to, even if we're not that familiar with them. Mm-hmm. Like they don't need to do the forefront people, especially with now X-Men once again having its worst opening weekend of any X-Men movie ever.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Word of mouth kills movies, dude.
It does.
That's another thing.
Really
That's
does.
why it's this bad. It's like, dude, this deserves to make more than like 4 of the X-Men movies.
I think so.
But
it's like, granted, the X-Men movies they're not that good.
No.
On an overall basis. There's a couple standouts, and the rest are just like, they're all right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which sucks because that's my favorite thing, and like it took me a long time to like say that, to really not realize because I knew it. I was in denial.
Yeah,
it was a long time to not be in denial. Of like, dude, you've been watching the MCU for 10 years. Go ahead and admit to yourself these X-Men movies are not that fucking good, and it sucks, man. Like X2 is amazing.
Hard, yeah,
Days of Future Past is amazing. There's no other ones that are amazing.
Man, I really love.
I know you really love Apocalypse, but would you say they're amazing?
I think First Class.
You think they're 9 out of 10?
I think First Class is.
Okay. I mean, I can see the argument for First Class. That's really lovely. And I did like it, but it's just...
It's one of the best cameos, too.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck off.
You. Yeah, fuck off. I'm going to say the same thing that you said to me.
By the way, this is the first one he wasn't in.
I know. It breaks
first
my
time.
heart. He's all up in Apocalypse, but motherfucker ain't in this.
He retired after Logan.
Bullshit. He should have been in this.
He should have, because then he'd been in every one of them.
I know.
God, even just stock footage. Can we just like get him on the TV in the background?
We just get him. He was in Deadpool 2, guys.
Yeah, come on,
stock
man.
footage, but he was in it.
But he was in there, and they mentioned him in the first one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he's mentioned in every one of them. They probably talk about him in New Mutants.
He's like, he's down under.
Yes, I don't know. Overall, I didn't hate the movie at all. I thought it was good. It's hard. It's so weird.
Okay.
I'm so conflicted. It's like I don't want to say it's okay because it's better than okay, but it's good. But man, I have such
It's
massive
because the
issues
peaks were
about it.
awesome, but it had so many terrible, just written moments. Like
That's
this, like you said, like what Kevin Smith, like this is what you wanted us to see. Man, it's just
That's perfect. That's the exact perfect thing. What I'm thinking.
like its peaks were
Its
awesome.
peaks were incredible, but man, it has some fucking bad lows in it,
know
and it
it.
lulls a lot.
Yes, you're like okay,
Lulls a lot.
Okay,
I still give it,
Steven
like-
and it was like checking his phone like 4 or 5 times.
And he told me he was really underwhelmed. I was like, I get it, man. It's the Phoenix Saga.
Yeah.
And this is what they did.
This is supposed to be like I hate saying this. It's the end game.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
It's not, you know,
This is the biggest X-Men story there is, right? And House of M, huge story. Apocalypse Saga, huge story. The Phoenix Saga put X-Men on the fucking map and made everyone be like, I have to read X-Men. They're amazing.
yeah. And then you butchered it the first time. So why do you just think that you would just approach
Why
this
did they
so
even
lazy?
do it? Why did you even do it?
What? Yeah,
It should have been something
It should have
else.
been something. It should
Should've
have
been
been
something
something. This
else.
should have. At this moment, this weekend, New Mutant should have came out.
Yeah.
And that was the last.
That
one.
should have been the last one.
That should
Like,
have been the last one.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Like let Apocalypse be it. Okay, that's all.
Like,
That's our last little.
For as
blah, blah, blah.
cool as this movie was and as awesome things that it has, like I almost feel like they shouldn't have fucking made it at all. It just shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I agree.
And it sucks because Sophie,
Sophie
man,
Turner's great.
Sophie deserved better.
I really liked her. I really liked that.
Sophie deserved
she
better.
Oozed power.
McAvoy and Fassbender, everyone deserved better.
Yes.
I'm not trying to downplay any other actors, but Sophie was so good.
Yes.
So good, man. Like, I was actually really like, I'm curious and kind of worried about a lot of the Game of Thrones cast, their careers after the show was over. Like, are they going to have good careers? Can they do other things? Like,
Amelia
they did this
Clarke
show
will
for
be
so
fine.
long, so obviously, yeah, like they're actors, right, and they can act, you know. But there's so many TV actors that are just for some reason the transition doesn't happen for
For
them.
the main characters, I don't think Kit Harington's going to have a career.
I don't either, man.
I don't
And
think so.
I think if he branches out more to comedy, he might, man. 'cause
Maybe.
he's got really good comedic timing.
Yeah.
He's already shown it. And his SNL was excellent.
Yeah,
The thing
I
he did with
agree.
Andy
I
Samberg
guess.
was excellent.
Yes.
The tennis thing,
Yes.
Dude, it was on HBO. It was
He's
fucking
clearly
great.
funny. Go
Yeah.
to that. Yes.
And especially when he uses like the Liam Neeson stoicism and like seriousness inside the comedy, it works so well. Like he plays it
I agree.
perfectly, dude.
I agree.
I think he would have a great career into that. Like
Macy
Channing Tatum
Williams,
did.
she's
Channing
clearly
Tatum
going to be in a
switched into that.
spin-off of Game of Thrones, so her career's
She
fine
won't,
for now.
she won't be. They said they are not making an Arya spinoff. It is not happening.
Oh, that's
All
stupid,
the spin-offs are
man.
pre-stuff.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Bro, it's like they gift wrapped it for
the
themselves.
perfect little story of like, here, now we have
Let's
Arya,
go on an
and we like
adventure.
her, yeah.
Pirate Arya. Let's go.
It's the killer of the Night King.
Do you know how popular that would be? That would be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be another Game of Thrones phenomenon.
Yeah,
it would be that big
be
if it was
big.
done well.
Everyone would fucks
If
with it.
Benoff and Wise didn't do it.
We'd be fucks with it. Wow, dude. We're not going into this. Stop with the Game of
But
Thrones.
yeah, but like I was concerned about that, man. But even though
Peter
this-
Dinklage would be fine too. He's
Oh,
about to
yeah,
actually
he's,
get
yeah,
it.
he's
He's
been
getting a
big
couple of
before
casts.
this shit.
Yeah,
That dude
yeah.
is a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
And obviously, like Lena Headey's gonna be fine. She had a career before
I think
this
Amelia
shit.
Clarke will be fine.
Amelia
She's done
Clarke's
movies
definitely
in
gonna be fine.
between that she's
Yeah.
done really well.
Yeah, some haven't
Well,
done well,
done
some have done well,
okay,
but she's
but
too
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
talented.
she's good.
She's
She's
not.
very
There's no way she's not gonna make it. And then like the older cast of people, like the guy that was Tywin and like
Oh,
Charles
Charles
Dance.
Dance, he's
He's
fine.
got no
Yeah,
problem.
no,
That
he's
dude's
good.
a
That's- he's
genius.
been
like,
God, yeah.
He's good.
Charles
Like
Dance
this,
is great.
so many of them are going to be okay, but it's like the younger cast I was kind of concerned about. But with this movie, man, like even though it's going to bomb, I was like, fuck, man, Sophie Turner's got it, dude. She's a really good actress.
Did you hear about some of
Let's
the
see more.
on-set issues? Apparently, they rewrote the script
Oh, yeah, I did.
multiple times.
Mhm, yeah.
They took her jewel away from her. Little vape thing. Apparently, it was too much of a nuisance because she would be vaping all the time.
Sophie Turner?
Yes. And apparently, I can't confirm
I
this.
can't live without my jewel.
Apparently, she cried, had a breakdown because they took it from her.
Dude, nicotine addiction, bro. It's a
But I
mother
was
ever.
hoping that she's not like the diva like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, man. I hope she's not. I hope she's
I
not.
have a vape addiction. I have a nicotine addiction.
Yeah,
But like
I
I'm
do,
not
too.
like we're making it through this, and I'm not like vaping mid thing. I've
Oh,
had
bro,
times where we
no.
cut off or
I gotta
whatever.
smoke right now.
I mean, let's do it. Fuck it. We in this.
Sweating.
I'm vaping right now. But
Yeah, I feel you. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you should be able to go well. That's the problem with those jewels, though, man.
those are not moderated.
so
right?
fucking
Yes,
powerful.
yes,
And
yes.
when you know with vaping,
not
like it's
regulated.
so easy to just all the time.
It really
all the time.
is. It really is.
People at my work have them, man, and they're just all the time on them.
And it just blows my mind that someone like her is actually vaping. I don't know.
Dude, it's such a big thing now.
Yep,
like
it is.
everyone does it. It's weird, dude. I didn't think it would catch on like it did.
Nope. Nope.
And it's
Because it's usually targeted
the
towards
kind of
the lower
vaping
class
we did,
people.
the expensive
So,
vaping,
yeah.
that hasn't really caught on as big.
That's true.
It's the jewel and stuff like
Yes,
that.
'cause
though.
it's easy. You can
buy
buy
it
these
one
little
time and use
things
it for a couple weeks or a month, and then you buy
Yeah, but
another
they're
one.
pumped with so much fucking shit.
Dude,
Dude, they
they-
have like 100.
Yeah, like
100
140
fucking
milligrams and
nicotine.
stuff,
Like,
dude.
what, dude?
A cigarette has like
and
28
then
or
they're the ones
something.
that are using that fucking formaldehyde shit, dude. That's
Yeah.
not the same one, like the
I know.
glucose
Yeah.
vegetable oil stuff like that. That's what we're, it's clearly still not healthy.
I mean,
You're
it's stuff in your
absorbing
lungs
it.
is not good.
We're not over here like saying vape
No.
or don't vape. Do what you want
Nicotine
to
is bad for your body, period.
Yes.
It's an addictive chemical. It's terrible for you.
But that's just so funny. The things that you see on these like don't smoke ads on commercials, they're targeting the jewels, which are targeting children, which
yeah.
are the really bad ones that are
Yeah.
fucking giving people popcorn lung people.
Bro, do you know how many teenagers I see when I go anywhere outside vaping now?
Yeah.
With little jewels and little
it's
vape
quite
pens, like
ridiculous.
15, 16 years old. It's like, man, why?
I see a person that doesn't smoke at all, never even talked about it, and I see
And
a
now
guy
they're
vaping, I'm
vaping.
like, man, don't do this.
Like, dude,
yeah.
You
didn't
don't
have to
smoke
do this as
cigarettes
a
because you
smoke-
know it's bad and it smells bad. Just because it smells good doesn't mean it's good for you.
just because
it's terrible.
Yeah, and why do you think you're so edgy right now? Why do you think
Do you think that the alcohol that tastes good is better for you? Like, too much is still bad for you.
well, this appletini tastes fine.
No, that's good. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know she vaped or whatever. And,
Yeah.
and Juul of all
And then
things is like
broke-
the worst
I
thing to
know,
do.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the hell?
Most addictive, anyways. I would think.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much nicotine in it.
So much.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I did hear about a lot of reshoots and stuff they did. Like, and they rewrote their script. Like a lot of it was taking space and face. Wow, what did I just say? What just happened? A lot of the original screenplay was going to take place in space.
Yeah.
Like the story does, but it didn't suit the other characters. So they had to change it because the director felt like he needed to service them. Should have been his first inclination of, shouldn't do the Phoenix story.
Yeah.
Probably
Or
shouldn't
if
do
you're
this.
going to do the Phoenix story, just do the Phoenix story. Let Jean Grey be the main focal.
Be the Phoenix.
Yeah,
I also
be
had
the
a,
focus the whole time.
I had a fucking big issue with Magneto matching her power with the helicopter. That really
See,
pissed me
I
off.
didn't think that he matched it. Because you saw the how strenuous he was doing
true,
it. He
but
was
he's
using
at least
everything in his
stabilizing it
power.
and not allowing her to crush it.
Yeah. Well, my weirdest complaint with that scene is why are they getting into a helicopter that she can easily
And
destroy?
just to blow it up, you know what I mean? Like just crush. You just watched her do it to one before.
That's what I was saying. I was like, wait a minute. So that makes me think like Jean didn't want to. She in that moment didn't.
She was like
stopped
trying
the
to
Phoenix.
trying to fight it.
Yeah, she stopped the Phoenix for a second because she's like, I thought you were gonna help me, and he's like, get the fuck. I am helping you.
Yeah, this is
Get
me
the hell
helping
outta
me.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
protecting these people.
You get out of here.
That is a story beat I loved that they had Genosha or Genosha. I cannot remember how it's supposed to be pronounced, but the island that Magneto has that's a safe refuge for mutants.
And see,
I
this one was
fucking
given to
love
him
that
by
it was
the
in
American
there.
government.
Right? Yeah, but it's just cool that it was there.
Yes,
that
it
they
is.
actually talk about and reference it, and it's in there. That's the
His
big thing in
entrance
the
was
comics,
dope too.
dude. Yes,
You wonder why they're there. And all of a sudden, it's like,
As soon as I saw the grass and someone pulled something, I was like, oh, Genosha. I knew
really?
instantly.
Yeah,
Fucking
I didn't know.
instantly.
I was like,
oh,
oh,
man.
what weird ass. I was thinking, why is everyone jacked out of their mind?
Yeah, right? Because they're all mutants.
Yeah.
Also, Jean, like, when she comes and goes, they did it well. It's like, all right, I'm out.
Dude,
That was awesome.
Yeah.
There was no, like, playing around. It's like, no, it's like, like super
I'm
OP.
gonna leave.
She flies and knows what she wants.
One would say she's Omega level.
Dude, when she flies out of the house, it is so baller. Just, and it's just that slow-mo where everyone's in front of her and she's just, in that moment, you're like, oh, man, we're dead. We shouldn't have come.
Why are we doing this?
Definitely should not have come here.
I think Beast with the gun felt pretty powerful for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah. I think he'd have shot her and she'd have been like,
Do
excuse
you not realize that she has like a permanent force field around her at all times?
Yeah, I don't think, no.
Like she doesn't even need to think about it. It's just there.
And I hate how they made it seem, I don't know. Like, it served Beast's character that Xavier had to stop him and, like, time freeze him, like a Doctor Strange thing for some reason, so that he couldn't shoot her.
Xavier can do that.
And Raven could, yeah, I know. Just when they did it, I was like, oh, time freeze. Fucking, that's Doctor Strange.
Xavier though, bro. His mind's so powerful.
He paralyzed him, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just I don't know. It's X-Men. My first thought was, oh, Doctor Strange, time freeze.
Because he did the same thing in what to Beast later when he was on top fighting. I don't remember who he was cutting up at the time.
Do they? Oh,
But
yeah, you're right.
He
He
like
stops and
looks
makes him
up for a
fall
second
over.
and then
You're
boom,
right.
he gets kicked off. I think it was
That's true.
Storm. Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, he's Storm or Nightcrawler or
He was-
maybe
no,
Cyclops.
Nightcrawler-
No, I think it was
it was
Cyclops.
Cyclops,
I think it was
'cause then he
Cyclops.
boom, blasted
Yeah,
him, yep.
mhm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. But still, that was just my first thought. In that
The
moment. Like, it's
deflection
wrong
of
or
the
whatever. But
window
still.
was pretty dope too.
Yes, it was. That was fresh. But yeah, that whole scene was cool, man. The fucking train scene was dope. Magneto and the train
gun,
when he's like,
man, dude.
no, and then
Oh.
yeah, and also when he buckles the whole train in and just sends it off.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god, they crushed him. I was like,
was like,
Steven and I even got it.
Magneto dope, bro. Magneto dope. I love
We
him.
were both like, oh my god.
That was cool, and like her hovering the train, that was fucking fresh.
Yes.
And then the whole ending of it looked awesome, so well done, like looks wise,
Yes.
effects wise, of when she fights all them dudes just flying fucking around,
Immediately
fucking,
dust,
woo!
turning
literally
into
just dusting
fucking
them, bro.
dust.
Just being Coriana for a minute, it was so fucking
so
baller.
fresh, so
Y'all will
fresh.
know about that in a couple years.
But she's not as OP. No, I'm saying, Jean Grey.
Oh, I was about to say
The strongest thing in any comic book doesn't touch Coriana. That's all I'm gonna say.
y'all will know soon.
It's facts.
Soon enough. It's people are gonna hate me.
But speaking of bad writing,
Wow. Let's talk about your shitty book for a minute.
I was gonna make a soft transition to
Oh, to Tom King. Oh, man, speaking of, well, let's take a hard break
Okay.
before we transfer into Tom King's Venus and sponsors in a second. But final thoughts, real quick,
Okay.
of like an actual final wrap up thought. Like, if you like X-Men, I don't know that you'll like it.
Yeah.
If you like X-Men, I don't know that you'll like it. Like, you might like it because you like X-Men. You might hate it because you like X-Men. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been so conflicted. As a movie lover, I liked the movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But as an X-Men movie, man, it's not that good.
It's not. But then, because like for moments, like I might have said earlier, and I hate to say the same thing, there are moments you forget it's a superhero movie until they use a power.
Yeah,
You're
true.
like,
Very
oh, this
true.
is X-Men.
Which
Yeah,
I
got
don't think should ever happen in a fucking superhero movie.
No, it shouldn't. You should know immediately. You know,
It's
what I mean?
like this-
'Cause yes, we've had these characters for a few movies, but Like there are moments where you're like, okay, I'm not even watching a fucking like superhero movie anymore. I'm not
just
watching
watching a soap
X-Men.
opera now.
Yeah, I'm watching a soap opera. You know, she has quiet, blows everything up fucking around her. You know what I mean? Like just bitch, just stop.
You quiet.
Gene, you're a beast. Okay, we get it, but stop.
There's some really awesome scenes. Some of the best scenes ever put in X-Men movies.
Yes.
Like we said, the flying out the house, the ending, the Xavier walking up the
whole
stairs,
train thing, the
whole
Xavier
train
going up
thing,
the
like,
stairs,
some
awesome,
fucking awesome story beats, but they're just filled in with bullshit.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
And they don't give many characters much to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know, man. It's hard, and I would still give it a 7 or 8 because the strong parts are that strong.
Then 8.
Yeah, probably a 7.5.
I think I'm sitting on just solid 7.
Probably 7.5 because the
Like,
strong
it's
parts
watchable.
are that
I'll
strong.
probably watch it again, but I
I probably
don't know.
will just to try to sort my feelings out more about it
Mm-hmm.
and thoughts out. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. If you love X-Men, you might hate it. If you love X-Men, you still might like
hate
it.
It's really like
If you're a big Gene fan, you should definitely watch it. Because that helped me because I'm a fucking huge Gene fan.
catch a matinee,
Yeah,
cheap
for sure.
prices, under $10.
If you got AMC A-list, go whenever.
AMC A-list, like it's worth the watch. Like that's.
By the
being
way,
said.
that's no Spawn.
That's no sponsor.
We're not sponsored by
We're not
AMC
sponsoring
A-list.
anything. We're not. Oh God, they're taking
It's,
it.
it's a thing that exists. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
But so before we segue into bad writing, we should segue into good tattoos.
Ooh. Show them in the booth.
Omega Level is proudly sponsored by Ink or Dye Studios, a unique combination of a tattoo parlor and hair salon. Located at 270 North Dakota Street by Flanagan's, Ink or Dye Studios employs the best artists and stylists around. Boasting a friendly atmosphere, helpful, talented, and incredibly creative staff, Ink or Dye Studios is the only tattoo shop and hair salon you'll ever need. Stop in, call, or contact them through their social media accounts today to set up an appointment. So check out Ink or Dye Studios, especially if you're a Cleveland area, Chattanooga area,
Absolutely.
Southern Tennessee local. Check them out. They're fucking amazing, dude. Max and Laylo are brilliant artists.
Yes, sir.
I cannot say enough good things about the two of those guys.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, I could. I just did. That's enough.
Yep, that's enough. You're going overboard.
So let's, if we have to, I guess let's fucking talk about the end of Heroes in Crisis. So it's been a while since I've been on this show.
Yeah.
Funny that I came back
I
for
think
this.
the last one was your Heroes in Crisis,
Probably
wasn't
was,
it?
man.
Was that the last episode you're on?
Probably. It's funny that I come back for the wrap up of this, and it's funny to me because I was the only one of the three of us that was like really digging this series. Like, I know the first couple issues you were like, this could be cool, and then it went pretty downhill pretty fast for you.
Yeah.
And for Steven,
it
like,
still wasn't awful,
he
but it
didn't
just
think it
was
was
one of the
great.
weakest things that we were reading. At
True,
the time.
true.
I was like,
And see, for me, like, it had potential. It was rough, man. I knew that it was going to a rough spot because it had potential to be so good.
Yep.
But that after 6 issues out of a 9-issue series, I was still saying it's got the potential to be so great. It should have already realized it by now.
Yeah, we're on issue 45, man. It's there.
It's got the potential.
It's coming.
Anything else, bro? Like, if this wasn't 9 issues, I'd have stopped.
Yes.
After like 5, I'd have given up. Like, the fucking Wolverine Infinity War
was about
is
to
only
say,
5 issues, and after 2, I was like, this is fucking garbage.
We did 2, and we're like, yeah.
I never read it. Well, actually, no, I read the 3rd one. Then I told you, I was like, no, we're done. It's
don't
trash.
do it. Yeah.
This is stupid. But man, Heroes in Crisis had such fucking potential. I love the core of the idea. I fucking love it. I think it's so genius. It's such a great little twist. It's a good story to tell of like, dude, heroes are fucked up, man. All the shit they go through and they have to endure. They gotta have someone to talk to.
Just because they're these metahumans, these
Yeah.
super beings that we like put on a pedestal, doesn't mean that they don't have their own issues. You know, and that's awesome. That's something that we don't see normally in comic books. Talking about like, oh, we have trauma too. Yeah, you should because you guys see a lot of shit.
You
like,
would think they probably have the most trauma.
I would say so.
They're like stopping world-ending events all the fucking time, you know? Like,
Yes.
fuck, dude. And almost all of them have these tragic, awful fucking backstories.
More
like,
often than not.
Yeah, dude, it's
More
just
often than not.
they've had really shitty lives, and then they have to rise above and be the good person. You know, it's like, yeah, that's rough, dude. It's fucking hard.
Then they had little team ups. They had Harley and Batwoman, and then you got future
Batgirl.
Batgirl. Sorry, Batgirl.
If Batwoman was in this, it'd have been a lot fucking different. I think Bruce would have been dead the first time she saw him.
You guns.
Yeah, it'd have been way different.
Wait, no.
They couldn't have had Batwoman in this series.
Yep. But you have Batgirl, Harley Quinn teaming up, which is kept telling
That's a cool team up.
Kept telling Harley, stop killing, don't kill people, don't
That's
kill
not
people.
what we're doing here.
We're not doing this. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
Turned out way better than I thought it would. Their team up. It was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
And I don't
it was
like Booster.
enjoyable. Odd.
But that's
because
their dynamic.
That's the side thing. Like they're gonna be like the focus team of this. Not the main three, not the Trinity. And then we have the reveal.
So leading into issue 8, Raw, issue 7 sort of started to go a little downhill for me.
Yep.
And then issue 8, the beginning of it starts off so fucking well.
Very well. Where
So
Tom
well.
King's writing shines.
Dude, it did, bro. It really did. His writing shines, I think, tremendously in the confessionals.
Yes.
Right? They're not all good.
Not this. Not this.
Well, period. Like, they're all 9 issues. Some of the confessionals are fucking dumb.
Yeah. Some are
but
just
some of
blank.
them are amazing, dude. Harley's was beautifully tragic. It was brutal. Batgirl's was fucking brutal, where she doesn't say shit, and she just stands up and shows you the bullet holes. Man, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
And then so many of the other characters that I don't know much about, like, their confessionals were just fucking hard, man. Like, they're so good. So many of them are awesome, and there's some...
Even
like
Narc, bro.
Like, yeah, not awesome. Then there's just some like the Robins that are fucking stupid.
Dude, yeah, each one said the same fucking thing.
Until what, Damien?
Until Damien, he was like, what'd they say about me?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is fucking dumb.
This guy's this guy, this Joker's, or Robin's this Robin. What am I?
And I was like, really? Did we
gonna see
have
that-
to?
yeah, did we
just to
have
have
to?
the Robins in?
Yeah.
It was fucking stupid.
God, so dumb.
Some of them are dumb. Some of them are really fucking cool. And his writing shines the most on that. And I think it shines the most because it's so contained.
Yes.
It's like you only get like a panel, or like a page to tell this. And sometimes they just get one panel each, you know, like, and sometimes they're really hard hitting, sometimes they're trash.
I agree.
But it shines there. He doesn't shine with dialogue. Not all the time, man.
No.
Not all the
at all.
time.
And that's what, in this one where it steps up in 7 or 8, is when it has Flash doing a monologue over a bunch of other scenes of all these other heroes in Crisis doing their thing, showing their things. And just like in issue 5, I believe.
Right, yeah, when
they had the same thing where
flashback thingy.
Superman was doing that. Some of the dopest
That Superman was dope, man.
awesome
That Superman
panels.
speech was fucking
Was
awesome, dude.
fucking awesome.
Great writing.
Yes.
Great
yes.
writing.
But then when it comes to wrapping things up, apparently that is not this man's strong suit. This is not something that he's capable of doing.
Definitely not with this story.
Apparently not with this story. No.
Absolutely not. So we get the reveal that fucking Flash killed everyone. And when it's first revealed, it's like, oh shit, right? Like, Flash, like...
Because during his monologue, he's going through everybody's confession.
Yeah,
He's
like,
going faster than Batman's computer.
Right, yeah. He saw everyone's confession.
man alive.
And it fucking, like, hurt, man. It broke him, you know what I mean?
Said that, yep.
And this is something I didn't know. Maybe I should know this. I don't think that we've known before this. That the Flash, at least the Wally West version, is like literally always on the verge of freaking out, of having a breakdown.
But see, but he was born with the power. That's what's the difference. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
He had the Speed Force from the jump, so he's always had control. There's
Exactly.
Never
So
been
and he's always had control. And he's always had to maintain control. And he knows he's had to maintain control, or something really bad would happen. And in this one moment, he experiences weakness. Maybe not even weakness. He experiences like just too much. It's just too much for him, and he lets go. He loses control for a moment and explodes, and fucking everyone dies.
Everybody.
And it's like, fuck, dude, that's rough.
Yes.
That's tragic, man. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that idea. It's like, my God. I wish I said this earlier.
Because he lost his wife and his
Yeah, and
daughter.
his
That's
daughter,
really
yeah.
what
And now
propelled
he's
all
in
that.
this, and now he's like been brought back.
Yes.
And he's in this timeline now where he's everyone's hope. In this reality, in this version, he's everybody's hope. It's Wally. Wally's back.
Wally's back.
He's the good one, you know, like he's the crutch for everybody. But Wally inside is this broken, tormented person. And it's like, man, that's brutal. And I wish right then I'd have just fucking closed it and been like, what a great ending. Like,
That was dark.
awesome.
I love it.
But then I turned the page. I made that mistake. And then the issue continues on, and Wally fucking runs around through time and displaces everybody and makes Harley and Booster believe that that they saw the other one kill other people in their confessional area, and then he put them outside before they knew what was happening in front of each other and tried to frame them. The Flash tried to frame them for murder that he did.
And was able to mess with forensic science so much that Batman
Batman could
couldn't
not
even figure out.
tell.
See, while I thought that was actually not a bad thing because of how methodically thought out it was for Flash doing every single little thing to make sure that nobody could tell what happened here.
Right.
But then him just doing this whole conspiracy, the Puddlers, like I was actually hoping for a big payoff of like,
Yeah, but there
okay,
wasn't
now
one.
there's nothing. There
Yeah,
is
'cause
no.
it was-
They immediately took
it was
that.
a red
They
herring
grabbed the
from
rug
Flash.
and pulled it right out.
Yeah, it was a red
Straight
herring
up.
from Flash.
Straight up.
It was just to throw people off.
Exactly.
It was like,
Exactly.
the fact that it was Flash that did it doesn't bother me.
Nope.
Like, that beat's actually kind of cool. It's not who you expect. It's like, and it's Wally, of all people, the hope. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, that's brutal. But then they just go ultra comic book with it, where he's
Yeah.
running back through time and doing all this shit.
And gets
I was
to
like,
himself
Oh, yeah, and gets
and-
to himself. I was like, oh my God. Like, every page I turned, it got dumber and dumber. And I was like, no, Tom, stop. It was so good. Oh, man, it was fucking awful, dude.
Yeah, and that
awful.
was the final page of the 8th issue was him seeing himself.
Like, face to face.
Yes.
So you know one of them's about to kill the other one.
Yes.
Because we already know Flash is dead, right? And then we made the mistake of reading the 9th one. As we kind of had to.
Yeah,
Like,
at this
there's
point,
one left. It's shit
might
now,
as
but
well
now I
wrap
got to
it
know
up.
what
Yeah, we
happens.
might
Like,
as well wrap
I
it
fucking
up.
got to know. Dude, it's so fucking and and it does not get better. It just
it
gets
does not.
worse every fucking page in the ninth one. The ninth one is total garbage from
Because
start
they
to
finally
finish.
bring that team of Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, Harley Quinn, and Batgirl to that moment at that time that he went back in time. So both Flash, they're confused. They're like, "What the hell's going on?"
What the fuck? Yeah, because Booster was able to get with his future technology to where they could travel there.
They had to go to the 22nd century.
It was so fucking dumb. And right?
Or 25th
century. And he even says it's about to get dumb, and it's going to get a lot dumber.
No, a lot stupider.
A lot stupider. It was Tom King acknowledging, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do here.
Straight up, they
this
just
is about
said-
to make no sense, and it's going to be really dumb and stupid, and it's going to get even stupider.
Yes.
Why? What is wrong with you? Oh, we forgot to mention, too, he brings Poison Ivy back. I thought that was a dope beat.
I thought that was cool because it was
He put
actually
the
hinted
flower
at
down.
earlier. The flower
Right, yeah.
in like issue 5 or 6.
Something? Yeah. He put the flower down.
Actually, might have been before that.
And he used the Speed Force to create life, which I think there's a basis for him doing stuff like that before, right? So it's not like this, I can do that. Yeah, Flash can do that. Like, the fucking Speed Force is ultra powerful.
Speed Force is no
Yeah,
joke.
it's fucking unreal, dude. So he uses it, and he creates, like, reincarnates Ivy, I guess.
Yes.
And she's, like, fully, I don't know if she's fully plant now, or if she's, like, a sentient plant, like Swamp Thing, I guess. I don't fucking know. Her dialogue was stilted at times in the ninth one. Like, she had moments where she spoke to Harley, and it was old school Ivy. Recognizing Harley, and there were other moments where she said really fucking weird things and didn't
Because
sound like
she's
a human.
something new.
Exactly, yeah.
She's something greater than what she was before, and that was sweet that they got them embracing, and they were all
I love
cutesy
that.
and stuff.
They were all cutesy, and literally after Harley
couldn't have
hugs her,
kissed.
right? True, yeah. After Harley embraces and hugs her, and like they tell each other they love each other, every panel you see them for the rest of the issue, they're hugging
Yeah, Harley's like hanging
the
all over
whole
her,
time.
The whole
I
time.
as a Harley and Ivy fan and a huge fan of that relationship and couple, I fucking love that.
Yep.
But it
that's
was,
the only thing.
It was
in
still
that was
like. This term is not necessarily correct, but it is this. It was still the DC cock teasing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to be together because it's fucking hot. It's because it's good for the characters and it makes sense, right? But it was still like them fucking, I don't know, man. It was still them going like, here it is. Oh, no, here it is. Oh,
that's
no,
the most
no.
they'll give us at this moment.
It's so annoying.
Apparently.
The most we've ever gotten is a fucking tweet from one of the fucking writers of a Harley series saying, yes, Harley and Ivy are in a non-platonic relationship. They're in an open relationship together. They are girlfriends. It's the most we've ever gotten. But it kind of doesn't matter what you say until you fucking show us.
Until you actually actions.
We
speak
had
louder
an
than words.
alternate timeline where they were together and kissed.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't
But that's
the
an
real
alternate
timeline.
timeline,
We also
exactly.
had an alternate timeline in Old Woman Harley where it's in the future now and it's very Tank Girlish, and there's a passing line of dialogue that says that her and Ivy were married for a long time and then Ivy died. So we're like, yeah, we get these alternate timelines where they can be together, and that's all well and good, but we can't get a concise, true acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking annoying. Just do it or fucking don't, dude. It's not hard.
It's
do
not
it
hard.
or don't do it. Like, Ivy, the character, doesn't need a relationship. But the
Absolutely.
way they've turned Harley now, especially with Ivy, it's like they feed so well off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause don't
no,
know.
I agree.
Do it or fucking don't. It's so annoying. But that's beside the point. But that beat was cool, him resurrecting Ivy.
Yep,
that was
absolutely.
dope, man.
Awesome.
That was
I was
really
like,
dope.
sweet, Poison Ivy's in this.
And
Hell
her
yeah.
getting like recreated as like a
Yes.
more in tune with nature now suits her character so much
Yeah,
better.
which
It's so
obviously
dope.
with how Justice League Dark went, I don't know what's wrapping up.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
whole
Steven might be
Parliament-
real
yeah,
upset. Like,
I
she
don't know
might
if
be.
she-
I
not
hope
saying
that
she's gonna be the
I
leader
hope-
of the Green,
I
but
hope that Swamp Thing remains that, but Ivy can get brought into that.
Yes.
Because she's more in tune now.
because they know they always had a thing because she was like, she was destructive. Swamp Thing
Exactly,
was not.
right, yeah.
You know?
Who doesn't want to see an Ivy Swamp Thing team up with Ivy like she is now? Who the fuck is stopping
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Like, what if she was the disciple of Swamp Thing?
Exactly,
You
that's
know,
so
boom,
dope, bro.
she's the like second in command.
And she's like his like sidekick now
Yeah.
almost, like, not like sidekick, but she's his partner.
exactly.
I mean, that would
Boom,
be
they run
fucking
together,
dope,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I
I
love
would
that
love
series.
that.
That'd be awesome, dude.
Read the hell out of that.
Dude, hell yeah, I would. That would make Steven like Ivy.
But then we have how they wrap this up to have this
Oh my
whole
God.
moment because the future tech was they were going to create another Flash
Yeah.
to fake the death of the Flash that died because Flash killed Flash.
Yeah.
And I said that way because that's how fucking dumb this
That's how
shit
fucking
was.
dumb this is.
That's literally how Blue Beetle was explaining this, or how
Booster.
Booster was explaining this. So when we get this wrap up of this fucking shit, they
this
have these
fucking
things.
shit.
Well, they get caught, but apparently
Doy.
they had the moment of they brought the other Flash. So I didn't have this realization until afterwards. So the Flash that we see getting put in prison is the clone Flash.
Are we sure?
There's no confirmation of that in any of this issue. But why would they talk about doing this thing to save his face if nobody actually died? Because they went back to that time before he killed
Tom
anybody.
King didn't know what he was doing.
But even if it is the clone, it's still dumb.
Very.
Maybe it's less dumb because you're not gonna, how are you going to capture the Flash? How are you going to fucking...
Well, he turned himself in. He knew he had to.
He knew he had to. But
He's
that's
got
the-
to face
But to me,
penance.
that's the clone one. And then he's going to try to somehow get away with
I
this
hope
and do
not.
another
It's fucking
Flashpoint
stupid if it's not
paradox
the clone one.
bullshit and change history
If it's
once
not,
again.
if it's not the real Flash, it's fucking dumb.
I agree.
It's fucking dumb. It's
I
so
agree,
dumb.
but it's still such a letdown. Like,
a big
he
letdown.
reveals himself, or he gets...
I guess, gets caught in the act of trying to save himself.
Exactly.
Got somebody else coming in trying to set up a different plan that will stop him from killing that Flash.
Yeah, and then when they show up, it's like, oh shit, Flash is here. Wait, both Flashes are here. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Wait, what? What's going on? More shit, adding more timeline issues. Continuity, once again, just thrown out the window.
No, yeah.
But then but the reveal of the puddlers, God, it's Flash, and then
It
turns
could've-
himself in.
That could have been something cool.
That's so lame.
But like, it's just inconsequential. The puddlers don't fucking matter. It's just Flash doing it because he wants the world to know. He feels like the world needed to know that heroes have issues.
Yes.
Right? And that's all fine and well.
But we have all these focuses on all these people have a crisis, and then it's just him turning himself in at the end of the fucking show.
And then
Or
like
issues.
I guess the upbeat of it is like the bright side is that like Sanctuary continues on, right? Because all the confessions we've seen in the 9th issue are happening after Flash.
Oh,
has
they
been
were
taken.
post?
Yeah, they're post.
Oh.
So like all these, so it's like the light at the end of the tunnel is that Sanctuary is now an established thing that heroes know they can come to.
Okay.
Why the fuck are they still coming? Flash just killed everybody there. I don't think it's a pretty safe place.
You would think so.
Flash. Not like someone random broke in. Flash of the fucking Justice League and Wally of all Flashes just killed everybody.
Yep.
That's fine. Let's just go back.
Let's just go back. We're safe. Batman's there.
That made no fucking... Yeah, Batman
Superman's
was
there.
Made
We got Wonder Woman.
That shit was dumb. That was a dumb story beat. Like, it's cool that Sanctuary is going to exist. Like, this entire series was to create Sanctuary, to remake Harley, and to change Wally.
Yes.
Thanks.
But did they really even change Wally?
No, they didn't. Like,
Now
he's
he's
gonna
more
go on a
broken
little.
than ever in
He's
prison.
gonna go on a little arc for however long, maybe a year, where he's gonna have to probably
gonna
have a
be
new
in the
Wally
Speed Force.
series where he's gonna do all his shit, and he's got to refine his way and come back to being good Wally. Do we need it? Do we need that Wally story? I don't think we do.
Given what we have been presented, if they do continue with that, I actually think if it has some viable writers, that could actually be interesting.
I'm saying,
Having
yeah.
a Flash just doubting himself the
It
entire
could
time.
be
'Cause
a
that's
great
what this
story.
was leading to, but it didn't hit those marks.
No, because I think it's setting up for that, like a different
because
series.
this whole thing didn't even set up Wally having these issues until the last 3
Fuck,
issues.
yeah,
and then
dude.
they kind of just shoehorned it into 8 and 9.
Yeah, and well, 7 like plants tiny seeds.
Yes.
and then they go full force, and
Then they go
9.
full force.
They needed so
What
much.
was the point of even having a fucking narc solo, like basically first half of an issue
It was
and
fucking
stuff like
filler.
that? Like,
It's clear now.
Yeah,
it was
it's absolutely
filler.
clear.
It was good filler, but it was
very
filler.
good
It didn't
filler.
make sense in the it didn't matter in the end.
It did not.
It was just to illustrate like it was filler, bro. It was fucking filler.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
What a letdown.
Very much so, man. This series could have been so fucking good.
Yep.
And it ends up being one of the most disappointing series I've ever read. One of the worst, if not the worst, twists I've ever read in the comic. And we're talking about comics.
Thank goodness we're reading Justice League Odyssey.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
boys.
God, dude. Thank God we're reading all these other really good fucking
No,
series, dude.
no, man.
There's not another series we're reading right now that I feel is bad. Like,
No.
this is bad.
Not bad,
Like, I know
no.
you guys are, like, underwhelmed by Mr. and Mrs. X, but it's not a bad series.
No, it's not a bad series.
I love it, but I love the characters. So, like, I was already predispositioned to be like, this is good. You know what I mean? Like, I can be objective. It's not the best thing in the world. Like, the Mojo stuff is kind of stupid, but I just love seeing Rogue and Gambit. Like,
Dude, I mean,
my favorite characters.
That first half was dope.
Dude, the Xandra shit was fucking baller. Why
Awesome.
wasn't that
I had
continued?
Why wasn't this just the whole series?
Why didn't
so
it
far?
become Mr. and Mrs. X with Xandra?
And I liked the last issue a good bit.
Yeah, it seems like it's wrapping up though. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking maxi. God dang it. And it makes sense because they're about to do a big X-Men event. So yeah, they're wrapping everything up.
Oh,
fucking
makes sense.
blows.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's like we gotta find some new ones though, because Mr. Max is gonna have one issue left. This is Heroes in Crisis.
Justice
fucking
League
thank
Odyssey
God.
might be
Heroes in Crisis is over. Justice League Odyssey might just
We
be a
don't
12
know.
issue.
Yeah,
We're
we
on
don't
what
know
are we
yet.
on right now? 9?
Guardians
8?
is
We just did 8.
It's most likely going to be short.
Guardians
'cause
is gonna be a maxi.
Donnie,
It seems
Donnie
like,
doesn't do much.
Yeah, Donnie doesn't do long
ones.
form.
Yeah.
He comes in he came into Strange and wrote a series like a story arc in Strange, and then left and it continued. But he's not the writer anymore. You know what I mean? It's like when he does his own projects, he doesn't do long form. Thanos wins with long form. It was like 24 issues.
Oh,
It was
damn.
like a 2-year
God,
fucking
I'm
story.
hoping Justice League Odyssey gets that.
God,
Or
dude.
that'd be
I'm
dope.
hoping
Guardians too.
gets that long, but I don't think so because Silver Surfer Black's coming out soon.
That's very true.
So
Fuck,
this
you're
is
right.
probably gonna wrap up in 12.
Guardians.
Because we're on. Wait, what are we on right now for Guardians? We're on like 6 or 7.
We just read 4.
Oh shit! It may only go in 6 then.
Man, shut up! Don't
Fuck,
say
that
that. Don't
sucks,
say that.
dude.
No.
Sucks.
Shut up!
I know. I don't want it, man. So Silver
We got to know what happened to Groot or Rocket.
I know, right? Silver Surfer Black is definitely gonna be one we're gonna be picking up when that comes out. It comes out soon too. Soon,
I'm
very
excited.
soon.
I'm excited.
so-
There's not a lot of you don't get
I'm
a
not-
lot of talk recently of Silver Surfer.
I'm
so.
not a huge Silver Surfer fan. The character is a Superman problem for me. He can be so bland when he's written wrong.
When you're a cosmic entity,
But it's
man.
Donny Cates, bro, and it's Donny Cates doing cosmic stuff,
Yeah.
and that's his forte. So his will forte. I'm all about it. I'm there for that shit.
I think that's gonna be dope.
I think so too. Very excited. Very excited. And then, yeah, JLO might be wrapping up soon. We don't know how long Dark's gonna go.
Same thing with Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter, I would be shocked if that's more than a maxi. I hope it's ongoing,
I
man.
hope it's ongoing.
How is the Martian not getting
Not
ongoing?
ongoing.
He's
That's
a
what I'm
fucking
saying.
main
He
member of the
doesn't get
Justice
enough
League.
love. He is so fucking powerful
Dude,
and
and
such
so
an integral
underused-
part
and
of
so
the
underused.
Justice League that only Justice League Unlimited did him pretty solid.
I mean, it's
He did pretty fucking awesome that show.
it's weird to say this.
I mean,
It's like it's so hard to write and utilize over a long period of time a character that powerful. But they find ways to do it with fucking Superman. We can find ways to do it with Martian.
yeah.
Come on now, bro.
I mean, if you can write 4,000 stories about Batman, I don't know how the fuck you
Can't
can't
write
write
something
about
about-
Martian Manhunter, who's not from this planet and has a set lore.
exactly that you could deeply
I'm sorry,
explore.
I'm not even trying to shit on Batman people, but he has the same backstory. He's a billionaire that's super smart and knows every martial arts.
And he's conflicted.
But he still has so
He's a
many
brooding
fucking
character.
different stories. Like
Yeah.
you tell me that
We
somebody
can't get
with
something from
more
Martian?
enriched background, like even Superman has a more enriched background than fucking Batman.
Right? Yeah. Like
Wonder Woman,
you
way
can't
more
pump out-
interesting backstory than Batman.
Very true.
And now that they've changed stuff too, molded herself kind of thing.
But
I
she
thought that-
actually she's actually the daughter of Zeus now.
Okay, they brought it back to
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
Finally, like they need to. Like,
That's fine.
It
I
doesn't
like her
suit
being
Wonder
a-
Woman not to be.
Yeah, I like her being a.
She's got to be
daughter of a god.
otherworldly.
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
She's got to be
Of course.
otherworldly. She's too powerful. If she contends with Superman,
While the
she has to be
Amazons
otherworldly.
are technically otherworldly,
Exactly, they live on
still
Earth.
she needs to have some sort of defining factor that makes her better.
Exactly, because she's part of Zeus.
Because
She
she
comes
is the
from
son
Zeus.
of a god, a
Yeah,
Greek
exactly.
god.
Yeah, son of a Greek god.
While Zeus did bang a lot of people, maybe she's not special in that
While
right.
old Papa Zeus was getting around,
While
he was-
Papa
he was
Zeus was
having his
getting
fun,
around.
having his fun. Yeah, if she, like I was saying, if she contends with Superman, there's got to be something to her.
It's gotta be something.
She can't just be like really strong. She's got to
That
be a
witching hour though.
Gotta be a demigod. Oh my god. Dude. Woo! I wish Superman just could have been around for the witching hour, just for any one of them to be like, sit down, puny piece of shit, and just level him because
Man.
he could not contend
No,
with fucking what is her fucking name?
seriously.
No,
Oh, the main chick.
the evil one. Yeah. The three.
Oh my god, we just read it.
Yeah.
Hecate.
Hecate, whatever. He cannot contend with Hecate.
No.
He cannot contend with the Upside Down Man.
No.
Not happening.
No.
He cannot contend with Cersei, especially how she is
Not
now.
not with
not
the
with
full
the power of Hecate. Yeah.
She has full power.
Not happening.
Full power.
He wouldn't have touched
Well,
Wonder
no,
Woman when
has-
she was possessed.
She has five.
She has part of it.
She has
already
4/5.
had one part.
There's 5 parts, right?
Yes.
So she's 4/5 because Wonder Woman still has that. Wonder Woman still has that.
They didn't say. I don't know how many parts Cersei has. She already had one
All
part.
of them are gone.
True, but they might be gone. So she might now, because she's the only one left, what contends now?
She at least has over half the power.
I would think so.
I would say to
She's-
have it. Plus whatever power she
It was
already
very
has.
clear at the end of that arc that Cersei is more powerful than she was coming into
Yes,
it. And she was
absolutely.
already 1/5 of Hecate.
Yeah.
So she's going to be super powerful.
And
now.
she was already powerful at that moment because they came to her land and
Yeah.
were like,
I'm
"You
like-
come to mine as I destroy you."
They're like, we don't know how to beat this thing, this magic. Where do we go? Well, we go to Cersei because who else do we go to? The magic person
Which
here.
we'll be picking back up on Justice
soon.
League Dark
Yep.
soon.
I would say probably, yeah, maybe the next episode. Speaking of the next episode, we are taking a 1-week break. So next week there will not be an episode. There's some technical things we got to get in line, and we're going to do that. But we will be back after that. And I think we'll be back with, I think Toy Story 4 will be the movie after that. I'm not sure. That might be 2 episodes after.
That would be probably 2 episodes.
2 episodes after. So I'm not sure what we come back for. I don't know if this is a theatrical thing we're coming back for or not. Might,
sure.
We'll have to pick something. Let us know if you want.
Yeah, if there's anything that
Yeah.
you want us to
Comment
do
on our
within the
social
next,
medias.
like, yep.
Comment on this. Let us know what you fucking any movie you want us to cover or whatever. Anything new that's out.
Like you have.
Trying to drag Steven to see what we could do Aladdin. Trying to drag him for that, but he's not very enthused to watch that movie.
I don't think it is. And
Yeah.
now we're a little late on the train.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Still selling.
I still
well,
want to
though.
see it.
It's
man.
still doing well,
bro.
Yeah.
When I went to go see Dark Phoenix,
Number 4 in the of the year so far, grossing.
when I went to see Dark Phoenix on Saturday with Sean, we went at fucking 1:15. That theater, the parking lot was 3/4 full.
Wow.
When I walked in there, I was like, fuck, man, Dark Phoenix, everyone's going to be here for that movie. It just came out. And I was like, oh, yeah, Life of Pets is out there for that. So I went to grab my tickets. I was like, oh,
Dude, Secret Life of
was
Pets
like-
2 outdid Dark
I'm
Phoenix.
sure. It's a kid's movie. Like, those movies are big. I asked the dude, and the first one was made a lot of money. It was good,
you
too.
say- but they're like, oh, you compare the kids. I've heard that kids to action movie.
It's a family movie.
It's a family movie.
Those are hit well. Dark Phoenix ain't really a family movie.
True, but like Captain Marvel, you know.
It's Marvel, though, man.
Endgame.
It's a different
I know,
animal,
I
bro.
know. It's a
But anyways,
different
yeah,
brand.
it's a different animal. I asked the dude at the register, I was like, so, or the ticket guy, the attendant, I was like, fucking, how many people are here for Dark Phoenix? Is it pretty full? He goes, no. I was like, oh shit. And he goes, actually, a lot of the people are here for Aladdin. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, it's pretty consistent, man. A lot of people see it every weekend. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's dope. He's like, yeah. He's like, have you seen it? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, I thought it was pretty good. I was like, yeah, cool. I was like,
I've noticed
I
a
was like, I'm
lot
a
of
big
people
fan
that
of
went in with
cartoons,
super
so-
hate. They're like, okay, Will Smith did good.
That's honestly
The
what
best
I've
you
heard
could do
from,
after one of the
from
best voice acting performances.
From fan-wise is like Will Smith makes it his own and he does good. It's a good tribute to Robin.
Yep.
He's not trying to be better and he's not trying to be the same genie. It's a good tribute,
Yes.
which is what I wanted to hear.
Absolutely.
It's like, I love Will Smith, but come on, bro. Robin Williams was born to be the genie.
And I've heard good things about directing. Obviously, Guy
It's Guy.
Ritchie, boy.
Guy Ritchie, man, as far as I know, and in my opinion, the guy's only had one misstep in his career and it was fucking Swept Away, which he made with his wife Madonna at the time. And it was a vanity project for Madonna.
I was about to say.
Not a very good fucking
it's
movie.
completely, yeah.
But And you let Guy Ritchie be Guy Ritchie,
Guy Ritchie.
which he's not being in Aladdin. I mean, it's a Disney production. Like, he's not going to be able to be full Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, it's not.
But when you want to be full Guy Ritchie,
but they know that his style with his cuts and his quick cuts,
right? Yeah,
man,
dude,
oh man.
I think it's a great director.
His stylistic approach is just
His style is amazing.
My third favorite director of all time.
When you give the guy his own thing and let him do what he can do, you end up getting stuff like Snatch, Rock and Roll, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He's fucking incredible movies,
Sherlocks,
dude.
man.
The Sherlocks were both really good
I
too.
still need to see The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I'm pretty mad at myself for
Wait,
not seeing
did he
that.
direct that?
He directed that.
Oh, that's confirmed. I'm watching now.
Yep, and
I've
it's
been
Henry
wanting to see
Cavill.
it.
That's
Yeah,
all,
I
yeah.
love Cavill too. I've been wanting to see it. I didn't know
he
he directed
directed
it.
it. Yep.
Fuck, I have
I
to
was
watch
mad
that.
at myself for not catching it, and there's no
I've heard
way
it's
I can
really
walk,
good.
yeah, I've heard.
I've only
I've
heard good
things.
things, like just surprising things. Like, oh wow, this is really good. Didn't
Yep.
expect it.
Yep.
I really want to see that. I need to watch it.
And obviously King Arthur, fucking amazing.
I thought that was a great fucking movie. Sucks they're not going to get more. Dude, he had plans for
God,
six.
I know. That's
six fucking
and
movies.
that's what's funny is that most of the people complaining about that movie was like, "Oh, this was left unanswered." This week, yeah, because he
it's
wanted to
the
make
start of
5
six
fucking movies.
movies.
Like,
Yeah.
who was the chick at the end? Morgan Le Fay, or was she Merlin?
We
That would have been a
don't
great take on a
fucking
female
know.
Merlin.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we don't
think
know.
she was going to be Merlin.
My hope was that, but the
talking about
obvious thing seemed
The chick that was throughout it the whole time minorly.
they never say anything. Did the snake at the end?
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
Because the snake thing makes you think Morgan.
Morgan,
Le Fay.
exactly, but could have been
But I
Merlin.
mean, Charlie Hunnam was a fantastic Arthur.
Oh, he was so
fucking
good.
awesome. And,
So good.
and then once again,
What was
his
it, Jude-
style, like it's
Jude
Jude
Law?
Law
He was pretty good.
Yep, absolutely.
I thought it was good. Stylistically, it was
It was a
awesome.
great movie.
I think it was the best.
Absolute movie.
I think it was the best take on King Arthur we've seen as a movie yet. Period.
My opinion.
And I've seen a lot of them, and there's a lot of them.
It's hard for me not to be biased when it comes to these, but his approach was so great. I thought everything was acted well. I thought the story beats were
I did
hit,
too.
especially knowing that there will be more to come.
Yeah,
but
I was
we're not
excited,
getting that.
man. The prospect
And it
of
made
more.
decent money. It didn't break the bank, but it
No,
made
but
money.
just didn't make sequel money,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Which
Well, I was about to say it's made fucking sequel money compared to other shit that gets sequel
yeah,
money.
true.
Jeez.
But I don't know why they even greenlit it, to be honest with you, because the history of King Arthur movies is terrible in box office. They do not typically fare well.
More often, yeah.
It's very difficult.
Yep. And then they tried to do that one, I think, earlier this year or last year, that little kid one.
But they did not
They
do
just didn't
shit.
do well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
fucking
hard to
great.
make.
Yep.
I don't know. If I was at the studio company, I wouldn't be committing money to it.
Nope.
I would have given Guy Ritchie like half that
They
budget.
saw Guy Ritchie in the cast, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yeah, I'd have given him half that budget.
It was. I don't know the budget number, but I don't think it was crazy.
I don't think it was massive, but I mean, you can tell from watching the movie, it had a decent budget.
I mean, you have over here fucking Get Out, Get Out director Jordan Peele making Us for like $9 million.
Yeah, right.
Dollars.
Bro, he's making Candyman. He remaking Candyman.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I would be interested
I need to get on my Twilight
if
Zone.
that movie didn't terrify me, so it'll be the first one to see it
I'm
because
not
I don't
watching
watch.
it. Fuck that. No, I'm not watching.
I
this.
probably won't watch
No,
it.
Not watching
Yeah.
Candyman.
I'm good.
Nope.
I'm good. I mean, Get Out and Us are fucking fantastic, but
Yes,
I'm a little
but they're
pumped when it comes
not-
to
they're
horror
not over-
movies.
yeah, I was gonna say, they're not scary,
So,
no.
sorry, Jordan Peele.
They're not scary.
Nah. But anyways, I think, yeah. Here's Crisis fucking sucked. We
Yep.
weren't happy. It was terrible. Fucking, oh my God, dude. It leaves an awful taste in your mouth, the ending of it, man. Like, it fucking ruins the story, to be honest, man.
It really did.
It's really shit.
Everything
dude.
you read up to that point, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I think, really? It's like, it's the Kevin Smith thing. Like,
on to the next one.
this is what you thought was good?
Absolutely.
You had 9 issues, and this is what you thought
This is what
was the
you
proper
thought
thing
we'd
to
read?
do?
Okay.
This is what you thought we would like?
Thanks, Tom King.
Yeah.
Now we know why you
Speaking
got
of
kicked
which,
off Batman.
This motherfucker is, yeah, right? He is getting a Batman Catwoman series to tie it in, but it's coming in like fucking January.
And he's helping write the New Gods.
And he's writing New Gods with Ava DuVernay. I'm already not excited. I'm not a fan of Ava DuVernay. I don't think she's a good director. I have not been impressed with her work, right?
Selma's overrated.
She has potential. She has stylistic potential.
But you see her last film, and you're like, yes.
Right, bro. You see A Wrinkle in Time, you're like, she should make fucking
should
New
make a
Gods.
New Gods.
What? I don't get it. I think they just want a different voice, right? Which
Yep.
I'm cool with. That's great, you know? Different voices are awesome. Excuse me. But I just don't know about this voice for this movie. I hope beyond hope she proves me wrong.
God, I really
I'm
do
all
too.
about it. I'm going to watch the movie.
Absolutely.
It's a great story.
Absolutely.
And it's Tom King is going to help her write it, which doesn't excite me.
No.
But Tom King's run on things that are not human-based is supposed to be very good.
And that are very obscure, like Vision.
Exactly. Apparently his Vision story, I haven't read it, but
I
his
have
Vision story is
I worked
apparently
with somebody
really
that actually
fucking
just
good.
recently read it and
He said it was
finished
good?
it. He said it was amazing, but then wrapped up like, okay.
Man, that
Like,
makes me
it
so
was
annoyed.
Good, but that's another thing.
It's
when
like
he's
maybe
talking
he
to me,
doesn't know how to
I'm like, does Tom
end shit.
King not know how to end shit?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully-
he's like, definitely worth it. It does some crazy
Hopefully
awesome
Ava
beats.
DuVernay can realize, okay, this is all good, but your ending is trash. So we're going to change that.
We're gonna do this.
We're
and
going to do
have-
this instead.
and have Darkseid do some shit.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Apparently he does well with things like that, but he's just not very good at writing humanistic characters, which Heroes in Crisis definitely proved. And I've seen excerpts and read some stuff from his Batman run, and it's not that good. I'm not a fan of it. It's what's kept me from wanting to read more. You know me, I'm a big Batman fan.
Yep.
I just, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Uh,
Garbage.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, that fucking sucked. Dark Phoenix was all right, I guess. Fucking, it was good and bad.
Yeah.
Heroes in
Worth the
Crisis
watch.
was trash.
Yes.
Fuck,
God.
man, just
Hate. Shame.
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 Shame. Oh, man.
Man. And before we end off here, I'd like to give a special thanks to Alpine Frost sticking with us. I hope you're still in there, man. Hashtag
get the
fuck
hashtag
Jeff.
fuck Jeff up there. Yeah,
Let's get him.
Fuck him, dude.
Let's get him.
Fuck that dude.
I'm one fan, Alpine Frost.
We're back in 2 weeks.
I hit my mic.
Yep, you did.